If you're looking for the best way to build your own AI influencer and use these characters to help sell and promote your products and build your business and get your message out there, then you've come to the right place. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you have noticed the rise of internet influencers over the past decade with places like social media, YouTube, podcasts, vlogs, all these different forms of content going out there. Influencers have gained so much control and so much power and so much money in this past decade. Now with AI and the ability of the tools out there, the next rush, the next phase of influencers and online delivery of messaging are the AI influencers. These AI characters that we are able to build in only a few minutes that are human-like. They are very hard to tell every day if this is a human or an AI component. The future of influencers will be AI. They can run 24/7 in live settings, in all of your social media content, in podcasts, in every aspect of your business. You can have an AI personality, an AI character do all of your sales, do all of your marketing. Now, on top of this, they don't have to be a pretty AI girl character that you create. It can be a man, it can be a woman, it could be yourself that you clone to deliver a message 24/7. It could be your dog or an alien character that you created. It doesn't matter. AI allows you to have these options, and there's so many ways to monetize and make money when you have a face that is recognizable with your brain, that when you have a message and a personality that continues delivering the style and the tone and the vibe that people really connect with. This is what we're doing inside the AI Honeypot. We are diving into building the absolute best AI influencer characters and showing you how to use them in your marketing. I have already generated well over 6 figures in revenue using internal AI characters, my own clone included, in my business. This is the future of delivering your message, and I want to show you guys exactly how to do that. Just take a look at the character I created here.
Want to build an AI influencer that sells for you 24/7 without ever filming a single video? I'll show you how to create stunning AI characters, bring them to life, and start making sales with zero stress.
This sample video AI influencer was created in the AI Honeypot program here. I show you guys step by step how we create this character, how we animate her, and the best video styles and promotion tactics to actually use that in your business, as well as how to automate this entire process. I'm including module 1 of the AI Honeypot training for free for you guys today, and this will walk you through how we create the most lifelike, best AI influencers, the foundation, image, and characteristics of these AI influencers. I'll walk you through step by step in this free module to give you guys a little peek about the type of content, the type of quality, and the type of materials we're covering in the AI Honeypot. So guys, if you're looking to build AI influencers, clone yourself, create characters that can deliver your message and sell for you 24/7, this is the training for you. Go ahead and click that link below. I would love to have you guys on the other side. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. Once again, thank you for joining me. See you on their side. So let's go through the 2 main sections here. First off, we are going to build our character. This is our foundation character. We want to create as detailed of a character with as many specifics as possible, because when it comes to talking to AI, I say this in every video I make about AI, but there are some key things that you really need to understand first to get the best result when using any AI tool out there. First off, you want to provide as much quality details as possible for the task you have at hand. So if that is a really good prompt, or if that's a bunch of files, or if that's a reference image, or if that's a whole combination of those things, then the more details you provide, the better the output can be. And when it comes to working with AI, a lot of these tools out here, you're paying per usage. So it's very important that you get quality outputs on a more regular basis than things that are just you're going to throw away, because there's going to be a percentage, no matter what tool you're using out there, that it's just not usable. We can't really work with it, so it's just kind of a waste, and that's money spent. So the better we get at talking with AI, the better your costs are in that realm. So the more details you provide, the references, the knowledge bases that you build to provide it, the brain you're kind of providing, the better off the outputs are going to be. Now, secondly, the more specific the task you give it. So if you have a very large type of project ahead, you don't want to go on a very large, kind of give it a very large, broad task to accomplish that project. You would want to start by saying, hey, break this task, this project down to me in a easy step-by-step fashion. And then you would go step 1, step 2, one at a time, going into extreme detail with each of those steps. That's how you get the best type of kind of project building response, step 1 to step 2 to step 3, to get the result you're looking for when it comes to AI. Every step you're taking also builds upon the details and the data that you can then provide the AIs you're going through. So get used to kind of talking and working with AI, no matter if it's ChatGPT or if it's VEO3 or video generation tool, or if it's Midjourney with image generation. It's pretty much always looking for that kind of criteria out there. Some tools require different syntax. People always kind of praise quality prompts. Honestly, as long as you're providing the details and the categories of the details that the AI is looking for, the AI can decipher what you're talking about. I just turn on the microphone typically on my computer or on my phone, and I'll just talk to it for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, giving as much details as possible, sometimes repeating things, missaying things. As long as I'm covering all those different categories I want to cover in my details, the AI can decipher it. So as whatever makes it the most comfortable way to deliver that type of info, the better results you're going to get. And the more you work with it, the better the result you're going to get to, the better you're going to get at it. All right, so step 1, our foundation. Let's build our character. Our objective here is to create a realistic and repeatable AI influencer avatar. Now, in the marketing of this product, we talked a lot about pretty girls and stuff like that and selling products. Although we are going to make a pretty girl in this scenario, it definitely doesn't have to be a pretty girl. It can be a dog. It could be a alien creature, a robot. It could be you, where you clone yourself and it's creating your market. It's pretty much the same exact process. But in this case, we will go through the process of creating a pretty girl who is a good influencer who can deliver our message, sell our product in a bunch of different ways, which we'll talk about in the second section of the video production. So what makes a character sellable in this kind of case? We're looking for someone obviously attractive. We all know that sex sells, and the more attractive the person delivering the message, the more eyeballs are going to stick around. It's just kind of how it goes. You would much rather have a pretty 23-year-old girl than me selling a product. So that's just, a reality of the world. That's how it goes. Thank God AI's here so I can do that now. You want a clear personality. So you want to have a kind of repeatable voice. A way that they deliver their message, and that comes from what your brand is, what the product is, who this character is that you're kind of developing. It's not just the visuals, but you're also wanting to think about how are they, kind of their personality traits, how would they deliver a message, what are they part of their brand, of your brand that's going to be the promotional? Are they the educational technical delivery? Are they the creative spunky type of delivery? Those things kind of matter, and you can create an entire type of workforce of these AI influencers that are delivering and even like arguing with each other and debating with each other in your content sphere. Just if you get creative with that, it's kind of cool with the AI agents and things like that. So what we want to do is we're going to design our base character. Now, I always like to start off by using a reference image, okay? So any image out there, you can find a person, you can just kind of search something out there. I was literally, as I was about to create this training, this random girl I've never seen before popped up on my TikTok. I took a screenshot here, and I first off said to ChatGPT, give me a detailed prompt of this girl in a specific prompt detail format. So what I'm pretty much asking is I wanted to break down this image, this reference image, and give me as much detail as possible about this character, about this girl. Now, I'm in the bottom side here to say, I'm saying give me the prompt details in this format, and then I include a character generation prompt guide. Now, I'm including this in the members area. You'll have it when I upload this video. Let me get it up here for you guys. So this prompt master guide here is just what I can use to quickly create, where is that thing? Quickly create our characters. So this structured prompt format is what I want. These are all the categories of details I want when I'm creating my base foundation character. Okay, we want the subject, so broken down here underneath in each of the different categories under there. So our subject, we want to have details about the face and features, gender, age, skin tone, facial structure, eyes, eyebrows, nose, etc., etc. And we're going down into hair, into outfit, into environment, into the camera details, into the photographic style, lighting, composition, color grading, render quality. So right here, as I said, this document, this PDF, is going to be in the members area for you. You can use this reference guide. Pretty much all I did is I took our reference image and I asked it to give me all of these details. So I just copy page here, these like 3 pages. My computer was kind of freezing up there. But just from the subject down, this is all the details I wanted it to pull from that image. So with that alone, we are able to create our first draft of our girl. So there we go. That is our first draft. Here's the example of the prompt. And her, it's a little small. But as you can see, this is the result it gave me, the detailed breakdown after the initial prompt. I copy pasted that in with our initial reference again, turned on the create image feature, and we got our first character. Let me zoom in again here. All right, so there is just kind of our first draft foundation image of our anchor character, okay? Now, you can go in and you can change these details all you want. We just kind of started with that kind of initial reference image to give us a base here. I would go in and change things in with real marketing, so I'm not copying this exact human being right here. But just for the training here, time frame, we were just kind of going through, busting it out. But overall, created a really good foundation character for us. All right, so next off, we want to go ahead and think about the style of the image we want to have in there. The purpose of this is we're going to anchor our AI character with our brand, the vibe, the audience, whatever your kind of aesthetic is on your brand. If you've thought of that yet, or the product you're promoting has a certain aesthetic or style, or if you're going to be a cartoon or something, this is where you can kind of change up where that foundation image goes. And you can do it in a bunch of different styles as well. When you're choosing your brand identity, we're thinking, you know, are you a luxury brand? Are you an edgy brand? Are you kid-friendly, cozy? Do you have a futuristic tech type of feel to you? You know, who you're selling to? All those details matter as far as what's the best way to deliver your message. Our foundation image, that main image, our character we design, that's very important for every piece of material and content we put out there. So we want to make sure that foundation image has all those details that we want to really start off all of our prompts, again, with a higher chance of getting success. The more proper details we provide in the initial prompt, the better the output will be. Whoa. Sorry. All right, so what we can do here, just some examples of this. Like, I'm going to start with just our first draft there, move on, not worrying about it and what we're doing, but just some examples of what we got here. We can go ahead and do a cinematic style. Now, again, from our character generation prompt sheet there, on the second section down below these details, we have the master visual style reference. So these are all different types of photographic styles, illustration styles, and different ways for us to have our image be presented differently. So what I did here is I said to ChatGPT, can you give me a detailed prompt to add to my original character generation to add this photographic style. And I just choose the random one here in this example, the cinematic movie style, still, moody lighting, wide aspect ratio, storytelling. Now ChatGPT responded with a prompt for me. As you can see right here, I just took my foundation image, as we are going to do many times, as our reference, and then we added that prompt to it. Now this is our result right there. Gave us a little cinematic type of shot. You know, just the different style you want to go. What is your entire promotion about? If you're promoting a movie or a music video or something like that, this style of photographic style is where you'd want your foundation, rather than the kind of bright and bubbly exercise thing. I was first planning this AI character as selling like fitness equipment and stuff, since this girl was running on the sidewalk. Now another example, we got a drone aerial shot, just showing you different. We can change the camera angles, change it up to a Disney Pixar shot. Cartoons actually are the easiest thing to animate out of this, because humans, you have a lot of errors and a little weird type of AI things that pop up. Just making sure I recorded this. But the cartoons, much easier for the AI to animate this stuff. So you're going to see us in the Midas community and Midas Vault, some upcoming training and stuff. We're creating cartoon series to try and teach kids about AI using the characters that we've built for the Midas lore. So it's a whole different storytelling. Just these tools have opened this up for me to allow me to do this type of fun stuff. You know, hit all that type of visual aesthetic type of look, because we're able to do stuff like this. I mean, we could take this Pixar girl and easily do a video series out of that. That looks great. Now, next off, we want to create some multi-scene identity. We want to create more shots of our girl to give more references. So what I'm using here is I'm going to use Midjourney's Omni reference tool to accomplish this. Now we're taking our original foundation image again, as you can see I've uploaded to these, and we are just adding another type of image generation prompt to try and get girls that look more, different shots of our girls that we can use in kind of that foundation pieces. Give a different shots as far as the distance, you know, full body, half body, are we getting headshots? Here I was looking for a standard portrait shot. Now we got some that came out a little fantastical. We got some here that really fit. I think I chose this one right here that looked pretty much close to my girl. So I was like, that's a great starting shot, because right here, this is a great starting shot for our first draft, but we got too much in the background. We need just a frontal shot to be able to start most of the good generations from there, because that just gives AI that initial frontal shot. There's not more data that's got to process in the background and stuff. Like this stuff over time, or without the right details, it'll kind of blur into whatever you're trying to create. So we want to dial in, again, the details dialed in the prompt, and that's why we're looking for that frontal shot. Now let's go ahead and look at, this is Midjourney right here. I'm just running it right through. So you can see I was getting some shots of her full body for, as you'll see in a video, the section here soon. We're getting our headshots here. At first we were getting a little bit off. Now to use Midjourney here, we're going in, we're adding our image, which will be our base images. They have the Omni reference tool up here. So we grab this, whoever the characters you want to reference in other images. You can then set the setting here. The higher up the strength, the more like this girl it's going to look. A lot of times people like to test around the 300, so they'll get different variations. And then when I'm really landed on a look, I go 800 to 1,000. So you can see I got a few different shots. I wanted full body shots. I wanted to be able to, we're selling a few products through in the next section as we'll go through. A dress in one, we're selling a nutrition product in another. So we're getting different angles, getting all of, again, our data. Really kind of just building a knowledge base of everything we got here. So we would have our personality traits. We'd have that initial prompt we broke down with our character specific traits. We would have our headshot. We would have our initial foundation shot. We'd have our full body shot we like the best. And all of this we can put into future prompts to, again, provide more data. So From there, we pretty much chose our headshot as our far left girl here. Now, when it comes to AI images, if it's Midjourney or if it's ChatGPT with Sora or any of them, the realism just isn't there. You've got this glossiness, you've got this AI look to it, right? It's just kind of got these pixelated. Now, there's tools out there to be able to enhance this and upgrade your realism. This is what I love to do for our foundation image because it adds that element for all the videos and everything we go from there. So there's two tools you can use to do this. You've got Magnific, and you've got Enhancer. Now, Magnific is something I found recently. Really like what it's able to do. You've got like this is the AI generated on the left, and you can see the one on the right. This is after it's been enhanced with the tool there. Much more lifelike. Looks like a real type of camera shot there. It's an old 1950s movie or something, you know. Really looks great. And then Enhancer here is what I use for our character. Worked really well. So you can see the one on the left is our before. The one on the right is our after. You can see just a really big difference in the gloss, the shine on the left compared to the right. We've got wrinkles, we've got more blur in certain areas. The hair is more properly separated and things. So this becomes our foundation image that we're able to use to create the most lifelike character possible, right? And you can continue advancing this, go further, deeper, but this is the shot you want, that head-on shot to kind of start, and you can pretty much build the foundation there. Now, I like to also create a knowledge database. I meant to add that in the program here, and it looks like I forgot to. But here is I would just pretty much create a Google Sheet or a Google Doc, and I add all my images. I would add the exact prompt that I had with all the traits, and then I can always, in ChatGPT or any of these LLMs, I can link to that doc, and it'll have that detailed of everything we're doing, like our character here, so that it's just, again, better details to provide the AI to get better results.